It's the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson, currently third in the NFL in passing yards. It's the Broncos and the Cardinals, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
Whiteout conditions throughout the Great Plains sure made travel difficult, but we're still expecting a full house at Empower Field in from Denver. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Arizona's offense takes the field, and no surprises, the man that's guiding them, the Pro Bowler in his fourth season at the wheel of this offense, Kyler Murray. First play and a first pass from Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again, Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But
Connor loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Murray. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And they see right through that defensively. As he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Time for our first look at the Denver offense, and of course the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Broncos had 8 and 5 to start play. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 14 carries, 60 yards.
Well, partner, we've watched as they reached 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for your offense week in and week out is a big part of why they've been unbeatable as of late.
Caught left side, Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders. That's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay. Connor going to get it again on second down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Murray now. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the evil eye, folks. And this may be a carbon copy, as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Murray now to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Murray again. This is Connor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, go back to 4. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To Connor on the check down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain. And the Cardinals are going to have it now, 1st and goal. Williams will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Prater's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And his throw here's incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Oh, he stays up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Murray from midfield. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Murray now on first down. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. First down, Murray. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. He picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball running through the third base coach's signal to stop at third.
It's only good if you're safe.
And he ended up, to me, this counts as safe. That's a great return.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On the counter, here's Williams. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally. Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race, and he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray going to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. is Andy Lee now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Cards will take over, first and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 24, Murray, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Daron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Connor up the middle. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Andy Lena standing right on his own 5-yard line. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. The play fake. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurodu now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They run it again with Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Guess who? J.J. Watt, as he so often does, getting in there to wreak havoc.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Broncos are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Williams again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out now come the Cardinals. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Murray now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Holding. Defense.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game take the football. Always take the football.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
But Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. Dashing through the snow. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Murray. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Murray to air it out again. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
106 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Denver,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look